Okay girls, today we're moving on to solving equations involving fractions. So remember an equation, so they're going to be very similar to what we had except there's an equal sign. And when there's an equal sign you even up both sides and then you could drop the common denominator. So when you have an expression as in no equal sign, you can't drop the common denominator because you haven't evened up both sides because you only have one side. Here you're going to have two sides, so we're going to even up both sides and drop the common denominator. So the steps involved, girls, are step 1, get a common denominator to even up both sides. Okay. Step 2, drop the common denominator. So when you've evened up both sides, you drop the common denominator and then you solve for x. X is on one side, numbers on the other. Okay. So there are the steps involved. Okay, so I'm going to do a few examples based on this. Example 1, right? Okay, so this isn't a fraction, so let's put it over 1 to make it a fraction. So we have one fraction equals a fraction, right, common denominator. So we're looking for a common denominator for 3 and 1. So the common denominator for 3 and 1 is 3. Same as before, 3 into 3 goes once, 1 multiplied by whatever is above the line. Equals 1 into 3 goes 3 times 3 multiplied by whatever is above the line. Okay, now we have an equal sign. We've evened up both sides. So the common denominator, we don't need it anymore. So just multiply out on top. 1 by 2x is 2x. 3 sixes are 18. There's a 2 stuck to the x, so to unstick it, divide each side by 2, and you get x equals 9. Okay, example 1. Example 2. Right, okay, again, put this over 1 to make fraction equal to a fraction. Get a common denominator, so you're looking for a common denominator for 4 and 1, which is 4. So you have 4 into 4 goes once, 1 multiplied by whatever is above the line. Then we have an equal sign. 1 into 4 goes 4 times 4 multiplied by whatever is above the line, which is a 2. Right? I have you balanced up both sides, don't need my common denominator anymore, so I just drop it. So I get 3x minus 1 equals 4 2s are 8. Then we have x's on one side, numbers on the other. So 3x is equal to 8 plus 1. So that means 3x is equal to 9. So there's a 3 stuck to the x. So to unstick it, divide each side by 3. And you end up with x is equal to 9 divided by 3 is 3. Okay, that's example 2. Right. Example 3, right, okay, a fraction equal to a fraction, common denominator 4 and 5 makes is 20, right, so 4 into 20 goes 5 times 5 multiplied by whatever is above the line, which is x minus 3, right, equals 5 into 20 goes 4 times 4 multiplied by whatever is above the line, which is x minus 2. Drop the common denominator, you've evened up both sides, multiply out. 5x minus 15 equals 4x minus 8. X is on one side, numbers on the other. 5x is staying put, minus 15 is moving, 4x is moving, minus 8 is staying put. So minus 15 comes over and becomes a plus 15, and 4x goes the other way and becomes a minus 4x. So 5x take away 4x is 1x or just x, and minus 8 plus 15 is 7. And finally, example number 4. So example number 4, common denominator has 3 fractions in it this time, but same method, get a common denominator. So 3, 4 and 4, they all divide into 12. So 3 into 12 goes 4 times 4 multiplied by whatever is above the line. Plus 4 into 12 goes 3 times multiplied by whatever is above the line. Equals 4 into 12 goes 3 times 3 multiplied by whatever is above the line. Okay, because we have an equal sign, we've evened up both sides and we can drop the common denominator. Multiplying out then, you get 4 by 2x is 8x, 4 by 1 is 4. Here we have it 3x, 3 by x is 3x, multiplying over here, 3 sixes are 18. So then x is on one side, numbers on the other. So 8x is where I want it to be. minus 4 is not, plus 3x is on the left, which is where I want it to be, equals, over to the right, numbers, 18 is where I want it to be, minus 4 comes over the wall and becomes a plus 4. So you get 8x plus 3x is 11x, 18 plus 4 is 22, then you divide each side by 11, and you end up with x is equal to 2. Okay, so we're going to try a few of these for tomorrow. So it's page 483 to 484. Right, we're going to do 2 to 14, 2 to 16, just the even numbers. Okay, so that's number 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Okay? And I'll talk to you tomorrow.